tapped in, I'm Morse code. My north node is so cold and Arctic, cathartic, pressure converge on the chaotic. They toxic. My ancestors pop shit. My archangels drop shit. I actually had forgotten that I have a ghost box on my fucking phone, on my iPad. It's on both, so whatever, okay? But I have forgotten it's been on there for, oh my God, since November of 24, I think. I've only used it maybe twice, 2 or 3 times I've used this shit, right? And I'm such an out of sight, out of mind person now. I did not used to be. I will, if I don't see a article of clothing often or in my drawer, I will forget that I own it. Like if I loan one of my kids an article of clothing, I'll forget about it because I don't see it. Like I have never been an out of sight, out of mind person, but I am now. Really weird. Anyway, forgot I had the ghost box on my shit, excuse me. And the other day I was scrolling on my screen and I was like, oh yeah, ghost box. And I didn't have anything else to do. I was on vacation and I was like, you know what? I'm going to turn it on and see what happens. When I tell you, this was 4 days ago, mind you. This was June 4th when I did this. I'm recording this on June 8th. You'll probably see this shit on June 9th. Okay, so anyway, June 9th, June 10th. Anyway, when I turned on the ghost box, oh my God. Instantly, when I first couple times I used the ghost box, I would turn it on. I'd have to wait like 5-6 minutes before something would come through, and it wouldn't be back to back either. This time, I turned on this ghost box, and almost instantly, I didn't even have time to get my pen and paper ready before it started spitting out messages to me. I wasn't even ready to write. I missed a couple things before I started writing. But what I got when I started writing, my, the message is crazy, okay? And I must say, every time that I have used the ghost box, the 2 or 3 times that I've used it, the message has been crazy, okay? Because with the ghost box, I am not channeling the messages. I'm not getting the messages from source, from God. I'm not getting the messages from my spirit guides or my spirit teams or anything like, or Holy Spirit or anything like that. When I turn on the ghost box, it's whoever and whatever comes through the ghost box. So I have no control over who or what is talking to me through the ghost box. So when I turn on the ghost box, I get some crazy shit. I get demons talking, all kinds of shit when I turn on the ghost box, okay? So this time, I turn on the ghost box, and they must have been waiting for me to come back, because as soon as I turned it on, I'm telling you. So let me go ahead and get into the message, because it's long. This is everything that I got from the ghost box. This is the whole message from the ghost box, okay? So bear with me. It's going to be a bumpy ride, okay? Now, this is actually really funny. It's 7:34 right now. As I look at the time getting ready to do this message, right? The message I got from the ghost box was at 7:35, 4 days ago. This was not planned. Mind you, this was not planned. So 7:34, 7:35 could be significant. I don't know. But let's get into this. Okay. So the ghost box message. First of all, if you don't know what a ghost box is, it's an app. A lot of ghost hunters and shit like that, paranormal searchers and hunters and shit, use like actual like boxes that transmute energetic signals and signatures from the atmosphere and translate them into words. 727, I looked up at the timer, and translate them into words through the ghost box from the spirits in the vicinity, right? The ghost box app basically does the same thing, except instead of it being the spirits filtering through the box and it translating and spitting it out, it's actually, this is a database of words, phrases, songs, snippets, things that the energies can pick from and push through to give us a message. Now, when I first downloaded the Ghost Box, it said, like, it may not be, it was basically saying, like, it may not always work or always be useful because the energies have to learn how to manipulate and pick what snippets, what songs, whatever, right? So sometimes, or when you use it the first couple times, it's not that great. You know what I'm saying? But as the energies get used to manipulating and using it, they started to come through a little harder, which is exactly what the fuck happened. The third time was a charm. Because, oh my Lanta. I thought the first time I used it was a crazy message. This message right here, this is the one, okay? So, 6/4/25, June 4th, 2025, 4 days ago, at 7:35 p.m., I decided to turn on the Ghost Box. And this is what came through. Now, mind you, this can be past, present, or future energy. So I don't necessarily know if these energies, entities, whatever came through, because it was different energies that were coming through. I don't know if they were giving me past energy of something that's already happened. I don't know if they were giving me present energy of something that's happening currently. And I don't know if they were giving me future energy for something that's about to happen. Okay. Excuse me. Confirmation? Okay. Maybe this is future energy for something that's about to happen because I said that and I got a confirmation burp. Okay. This may be, let me check something quick. Okay. This could very well be future energy of something that's about to happen. Okay. So I'm just going to dive into the message. Bear with me. I hope you can understand what I got here. So you're not confused as I'm reading. I have the message broken down. So this is what it looked like when I wrote it down. Okay? Can you see? This is what it looked like as I wrote it down. Okay? That's what the message looked like as I wrote it. So when I finally went back over it and broke it down, that's what all this extra writing is me actually taking the words. Because when I'm getting when I get messages from the Ghost Box, I just write what I'm hearing. Okay? And the reason why it's on each line is each word from a different voice, from a different snippet, from a different clip, whatever, I write what it says. Okay? So then when I put the message together, it's the interpretation or the channel message or what I'm getting from the words that were given to me. Okay? So, okay, let's get it. All right, so I heard business things. You know, first I'm going to read it all how I got it from the Ghost Box, okay? Then I'm going to go back and read it to you with the breakdowns and the meaning of each set of words that I got, okay? So, what I heard from the Ghost Box was business things have deals with or what. Today, we have danger. The goals are high, and that's one of them. I'm warning you. You sound like a problem. Just tell us again how it happened. Personal safety. And our next, this New York City, the cycle. Help. Hear them? 100, an inaudible word, documents leaked. Would corrupt. Never go. It is dark. Their point. The military Humvee explanation. To make way for VP object. The highest. To money. Work. Worth. Fiber. Trying to break. Any will do. Geometrics. The Lord. Of the Lord. Did that. Perfect. Okay? So that's what I got from the Ghost Box. So let me go back to the beginning and break down what this message means. Okay? So business things, meetings, paperwork, figures, logistics, business things. Okay? Simple. Business things. Yeah. Business things. Exchanges, payoffs, business things. Have deals with or what? Spiritual contracts. The deals are spiritual contracts for material gain, and it's also obligations to dark entities and beings. Beings as in extra dimensional, extraterrestrials, demons, whatever have you. It's a lot of damn entities and beings, okay? But there are spiritual contracts, deals that are made or being made with, for what? Beings, entities, demons, spirits, etc., okay? For material gain, for wealth, money, power, respect, okay? And they're also part of the deals are things that the people making these deals are making obligations, like they're like selling their soul, obligations, like selling their soul to these entities, to these beings, okay? Today we have danger. So something is going to go wrong or has already gone wrong during one of these deals, okay? And it's going to cause some type of galactic danger or galactic problem. That's what I got. So there is something that either has or is going to go wrong. Has, is, or going to go wrong in one of these deals. And I say deals with the air quotes because it's like a contract. It's literally like a spiritual contract, a selling of the soul, um, something of that sort. Okay, but something's going to go wrong, and this thing that goes wrong is going to cause some type of galactic danger, some type of galactic problem. Okay, the goals are high. So whoever is involved in making these deals have, is, or had very high goals for these deals. Now, the others involved with these deals, or the others involved on the side of this person or these people establishing and creating the deal, confirmation, Bert, they didn't or don't like or won't, because past, present, future, I'm going to say it like that so it's not confusing, okay? But whoever these other people are, or the other whoever, because the way this is sounding could be anything, anybody, the others involved with this deal, they didn't, don't, or won't like the risk of obtaining the reward for this deal. So they're going to pull out. They're going to pull out of this deal. And that's going to be what goes wrong. That's what's going to cause a problem when this other set of people pull out of this deal, because they're not comfortable with the risk versus the reward. Okay, they're not comfortable with what has to be done in order to gain in this deal. Okay, and that's one of them. I'm warning you. So, and that's one of them. The goal is something going wrong. Well, that's one of the goals of the deal. So the others pulling out of the deal was the goal. They made the whoever this was, I'm going to say the elites in the dark agenda, because that's later on down in the message, that's who it's identified as. Okay, so I'm just going to say that. So the elites, the dark agenda, they made the goals so high, so crazy in this deal that the other parties have pulled out or will pull out of this deal because they are not comfortable. So the others pulling out of the deal was the goal. Whoever it was that created this deal, made this deal, thought up the plan for the deal, they made it, they made the goals high risk on purpose, because they knew that the people or the other whatever in on this deal would pull out, and that's what they wanted to happen. Okay, they were literally planning a catastrophe. So the others pulling out of the deal was the goal. The elites made the goal so high because they knew it would cause a problem. Someone wanted there to be a devastating outcome. They purposely threw the deal. Okay, they purposely made the deal this way so that the other parties would pull out, and so it would cause a problem. Okay, they wanted the problem to occur. So then all of a sudden the ghost box said to me, "You sound like a problem." Now this is where it gets really interesting to me. The ghost box literally said to me, "You sound like a problem." So me being a smart ass motherfucker I am, because who the fuck you think you're talking to? I sound like a problem. You sound like a problem. So I asked the ghost box, am I a problem? I sure did. And I waited for an answer. And 10 seconds went by. And I waited for an answer. And 30 seconds went by. And I waited for an answer for 90 fucking seconds. And then I realized they weren't going to answer me. And you know what I realized when I went to go touch the fucking iPad? Now, I asked them when they said, you sound like a problem. And I asked, am I a problem? The whole time I was waiting, that 90 seconds I was waiting for them to answer me, because they have been yapping nonstop the whole fucking time until I asked them a question. When I asked them if I was a problem, they literally disconnected my Bluetooth headphones from my iPad altogether. They also froze the app, the Ghostbox app, completely froze it. So I had to close out the app and restart it. So I took that as maybe I am a problem to the fucking plans or to the deal, because now I know. I don't know. I never got the answer, yes or no, if I was a problem or not. I just know they disconnected my headphones, froze up the app, and I had to restart the whole shit. So this is after I closed and restarted the app, okay? So when I closed and restarted the app to get it to come back online, since they kicked me off for asking if I was a problem, temperamental, the next thing they said was, just tell us again how it happened. I don't understand what they meant by that, because you're telling me how something is happening. So I ask you if I'm the problem. You tell me I sound like a problem. I ask you if I am the problem. You completely kick me off from listening to you. You freeze up the app so I can't talk to you. You can't talk to me. And then when I restarted, you say to me, just tell us again how it happened. Well, I wasn't telling you shit. So that very much confused me. I was like, what do you mean, tell you again how it happened? You're telling me some shit, but whatever. So I kept going. So I just let it play after that. So they said, just tell us again how it happened, right? I got nothing from that because I don't know what the fuck they meant by that. So the next message that they said, the next thing they said was personal safety. So personal safety, our personal safety as a planet, as a human race, as a whole, as a collective, our personal safety is at risk, is at danger because of these deals, okay? So, and our next, this New York City, and our next, this NYC, the cycle. So, what I got from that was, I'm not sure if something is planned to happen in New York City again, like 9/11. I don't know. But the energy feels like something is going to be done, or a plan is going to be executed in New York City. I don't know if it's going to be like an attack, or I don't know. But whatever it is will be a cycle. It'll be like a cycle repeating. So when I got the cycle repeating, honestly, I thought of the Twin Towers, 9/11. So it's giving me attack, okay? So it could be another type of attack. But I got possibly some kind of alien invasion. It could be a fake alien invasion. It could be an actual alien sighting / invasion. I don't know. I just know it could be some type of galactic attack, or some type of attack. Yes, some type of attack. But it could be the galactic danger, the galactic problem. That's where I'm also getting alien invasion, alien sighting, something, okay? Because galactic problem, galactic danger, okay? Then help. Hear them? ? So this attack could be a mass casualty event that happens in New York City, with many people missing or buried under rubble, debris, etc. Okay. Now, the next part, it said to me, 100 blank the blank was a word, but I couldn't make out what it was. It was very inaudible. But it was 100 blank documents leaked. So something about some documents, possible 100 government documents, 100 classified documents, 100 stolen documents, 100 hidden documents, encrypted documents. I don't know what kind of documents, because that part was unclear to me. But 100 documents leaked. So there are approximately 100 or so documents about these deals and this cycle that's going to repeat. And these documents are about to be leaked. They either have been leaked, or being leaked now, or going to be leaked. Regardless of what it is, these documents being leaked are going to tell about these deals that the elites have been making with these beings, these entities, these demons, etc. Okay? Now, these documents, the next part was would corrupt. So these documents being leaked will show the corruption that has been hidden behind these deals, behind the scenes, behind the government, the elites, all this shit. These documents being leaked will show the corruption. It'll show the deals. It'll show the plans. Okay? Never go. It is dark. Never go corrupt. Never sell your soul. It is darkness, low vibrational, demonic, and brings karma that you are not prepared to handle. And these elites, these people doing these deals are bringing a karma upon the whole world that they are not prepared to handle. Straight up. So their point. This part of the message meant the elites, the dark agenda, they want us in the dark. That's the point. They want us in dark, low vibrational, and demonic energy. That is the point. It's psychological turmoil. They want us in psychological turmoil, emotional turmoil, fear, depression, stress. They want us in this energy. It's low vibrational energy. They want us in low vibrational energy because that's how they control us. They control us emotionally, physically, spiritually, and psychologically by keeping us in a low vibration through fear-mongering, propaganda, low vibrational fucking food like processed foods and fucking sugars and shit, narcissism, manipulation, all that it's all part of keeping us, the 9 to 5, it's all part of keeping us in a low vibrational energy so they can keep attacking us, so they can keep controlling us, okay? Now, the military, Humvee, and explanation was, this part of the message was really cool to me because, like I told you, it's different voices. So each word that's on a, if the same voice said it, I wrote it as one sentence. But if a different voice said it, I wrote it as a different word. So it was literally one voice, the military. A separate voice altogether, Humvee. Well, we know that's a military vehicle. So I thought that was really interesting. And then a whole other voice, explanation. I was like, oh, I see what this is. So the military Humvee explanation. I don't know what exactly the military Humvee explanation is, but I literally just heard it could be, if it's an attack that happens, they could try to say that this attack is because of an attack on a military Humvee. Like, perhaps they're going to say that they got attacked first and so they retaliated and then this whole fucking thing pops off. I don't fucking know. I didn't get that much detail. But what I do know is the elites involved in the deals are going to try to blame the problem that occurs on the military. Some kind of way. They're going to try to blame it on the military. Okay? Now, the next part was to make way for VP object. This is where it gets really crazy, okay? The elites are actually making way for their ruler, their deity, their god. Confirmation burp, excuse me. Their ruler, their deity, their god is the entity that they attempted to make this deal for. This is the energy, the entity, the demon, whoever the fuck it is, that they made this sour deal for, okay? Not with, for, okay? Express representative for this entity, for this being, okay? So hear me out. I am not sure how real or accurate this second sun thing is, because I haven't taken my ass outside to look and see if there's two of them in the evening sky or not. Okay, I just haven't. I don't care that much. But if indeed it is really another celestial body up there right now with the sun and the moon that everybody claims that they're seeing, then this is the second sun theory. This is what this is. The object that they're making way for, it's their ruler, their deity, okay? And that's what the second sun is, if that's really what's happening out there. Like I said, I have not gone out there. I haven't heard anybody else talking about it. I don't know. And I don't care enough to go see. But I just, second sun theory. So this second sun, possible second sun, could very well be their ruler, their deity, this being, this entity that they're making these deals for, okay? Also, the VP part, these elites that are making these deals for this entity are the express representative for this entity, okay, for this being. So they're like the vice president, the elites, and this entity is the president, okay, of whatever they got going on, the ruler, the leader, the president, and the elites are just the VP. They just get information from the president and do what the president says, and then pushes it to the people, okay? Oh, so this entity, this being that they are making these deals for, they look at this entity as their god, because the voice box, the ghost box said the highest, and then to money. They look at this entity, this being, as their god, their most high, the highest, okay? But it's really just some kind of demonic entity or being that has a fixation on like money, greed. I don't know. I want to say Belial, but I'm not positive. But that's just what I'm hearing. Belial, I don't know. Okay. But these elites make these deals for this entity to gain money, power, respect, and influence. Okay. So whoever this entity is provides them with these things for making these destructive deals for them. Okay? Which is why the elites are the elites. That's why they have the money, the power, the respect, the influence. They sold their souls to this entity for money, literally, for gain, for fucking shit, for shit, at the expense of everyone else in the world. Okay? So, work/worth. Human slave labor force, okay? Like I said, they sold us to this entity. We are a human slave labor force, 9 to 5s. They literally steal our energy. Our slave labor is our energy. They are harvesting our energy through 9 to 5 jobs, through news, propaganda, stress, bills, all that, taxes, all that shit, sickness, all that shit. It's how they harvest our energy. Excuse me, confirmation burp. As long as we are in low vibrational energy, they are able to harvest our essence. Okay? So the elites worship money. They literally sold humanity to the highest bidder, this entity, this demon. And the current work system is a type of psychological attack to keep us bound to the slave labor so they can keep siphoning our energy as a planet, as a whole, as a collective, okay? So the next part, fiber, trying to break and any will do. So the goal of these elites and the entity that they make these deals for is or was to break the fibers of our consciousness, okay? Any way they can, by using fear, war, propaganda, bioweapons, divisiveness, etc., okay? Any way they fucking can. Any means, any will do means as long as we all gain a broken psyche. As long as we have broken psyches, they have control over us. That's why they don't want anyone to fucking heal. That's why my fucking videos and all my fucking messages and shit get suppressed all the fucking time, because the elites literally are watching me. They literally are watching my videos and everything to see what the fuck I'm teaching people. They do not want my videos and the shit that I say to be seen, because it's going to help people break free and fix their psyche and heal. Once you're healing and your psyche is being restored, they have no power. Just like I said the other day in my video about spiritual warfare, it's the same thing. These entities, these demons cannot attach to you if your vibration is too high. If your vibration is high, they cannot attach you. They cannot possess you. They cannot use you. And you are no use to a demon or an entity that cannot use you. Okay? Same fucking thing. So as long as we all have a broken psyche, broken hearts, broken psyches, fear of love, fear of this, and codependent on validation and social media and blah, 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 and all this other shit, as long as we're all in that energy, they're able to use us. They're able to harvest our energy. They're able to siphon our essence, okay? By any means necessary. Geometrics. Sacred geometry. Sacred geometry gives symbolic and sacred meanings to certain geometric shapes and certain geometric proportions and patterns that occur naturally in creation, okay? You can see sacred geometry when your third eye is opening or is opened. Sacred geometry is of God, okay? There's nothing man-made that can do sacred geometry. That's why it's sacred, okay? The Lord, of the Lord, did that. So one voice said the Lord. A separate voice came in and said, of the Lord did that, okay? So the Lord, of the Lord did that. The Lord of the Lord, that's the God of gods, the most high God, the holiest of holies, God, okay? So only God is the creator of sacred geometry. Only. Look for the patterns in nature and around you, and you will start to see through the illusion of the broken psyche that was created and given to you by the elites in the dark agenda, okay? It's almost like being in a fucking dark tunnel and you can't see where the fuck you're going because it's dark in front of you and it's dark behind you, but you just keep walking until you see a light. That light in this situation is a sacred geometry. You're in a dark ass fucking tunnel right now. You can't see light behind you and you can't see light in front of you because that's the way the elites want it. You are just walking in darkness. You don't know where the fuck you're going. Look for the light, the sacred geometry, the patterns in nature, in space, in everything. Okay? Sacred geometry. Look for the light at the end of the tunnel so you can find your way out of the darkness. Okay? I really hope that makes sense. And then the last part of the message, the last word was perfect. So basically the Lord of the Lord did that. Sacred geometry. The Lord of the Lord did that perfectly. Okay? Perfect. Sacred geometry is created in perfection because it was created and is created by God only. You can see it in everything. Plants, natural patterns, the solar system, etc. Okay? Look for God in everything, even yourself. And you will find your way out of this fucking dark tunnel. You will see the light at the end of the tunnel. And then you'll break free of the deal, because the deal that they made was to sell our souls, our psyche, our energy, our lives to this entity for them to gain money, power, respect, and influence over us, to have control. Confirmation, Bert. God is the way out. You have to find God within you, not just outside of you, because God is not separate from you. He's not outside of you. I don't like to say he, I like to say they, but for the sake of everybody else, he is not outside of you. God is everything in and outside of you, okay? Look for God. Look for the sacred geometry. Go within yourself. Talk to God. That's the only way you will get out of the dark tunnel. That is the only way you will see the light at the end of that tunnel, okay? That's all I have. That was the fucking ghost box message. I really hope that made sense. For whoever it was meant to get to, it will make sense. You'll understand it. And if you have listened to it and it doesn't make sense to you, it's not your time yet. It's not your time yet. There's still something you need to learn or unlock or open that third eye for you to understand. But eventually you will. Eventually you will. But that's all I fucking have. I'm going to close it there because that was a lot. And it's been a 40-minute ride. I'll see y'all with another message soon. All right? Mm-hmm.